Hey, beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. I guess you call it a podcast. You guys, I'm here again. I'm not going to say how consistent I am every single time, but I'm back. So, and literally, the algorithms, analytics, whatever the fuck is not working for me right now. So I'm literally getting like 20 something views on my shit, but I'm still going. I'm still back. We're still going to keep going. It's going to happen. If you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing. We would love to have you be part of the beautiful people family. Like the video, you guys. It does wonders for the analytics and algorithm. It's what helps push out my video to other people. So like the video and let's talk about it. Let's talk about some things in the comments. So you guys can give me your view on everything. But we're here for Real Housewives of Atlanta again. It is episode 6 already. Can you believe it's 6 already? Disturbing. Nope. Peace interrupted. So it wasn't. Was I entertained slightly? Okay, I was entertained, slightly bored. I'll say that. It wasn't a lot going on, kind of the aftermath of what happened with Kenya, but we'll get into it. Let's get into it. All right, so we start off with Shamia in her confessional and them asking what she thought, and she said that her heart dropped. Okay, very dramatic. Okay. Then we really start off with what's her name, Brit and her husband. It's 48 hours later. She's downstairs in her basement on the phone. He comes down, she shows him the phone, and I guess it has something to do with the situation, but it's 48 hours later. So they just not talking about it, but we know how that goes. She's still upset about it because she ends up crying and everything. But initially, you guys, let's talk about this hair. She got a bust down middle part that's not in the middle. It's not in the middle. I understand that she's at home, but come on, you know you're about to be on camera. Fix that shit. Fix your part. I just very strongly disagree with her hair. I do. However, she has zero makeup on and she is very pretty. She is so much prettier without the makeup. And she actually looks like Aaliyah J. She's a YouTuber. Well, she does more than YouTube now, but you know, she started off on YouTube. If you guys know who I'm talking about, she looks exactly like her with no makeup. But yeah, she's like, oh my God, I've had everybody calling me about this situation. I spent $250 on flowers and you try to humiliate me? $250? Those flowers were all right. I mean, they were cute. They were cute. $250? Absolutely not. So again, she's crying to her husband, telling him how when she was younger, she did a couple things that, you know, she wished she wouldn't have. She kind of regret. And one of them was letting her ex video record her giving oral. Another one was playing on the webcam or whatever. So she had some images out there. She said she wiped it clean from the internet. I don't know how she was able to do that, but she said she did. So she takes extra offense because Kenya went through so much to try to dig it up and find it. She starts crying like a lot, and then her husband gets up to hug her, and he looks so uncomfortable. He looks so uncomfortable touching her and hugging her, like he could not wait for the hug to be over. I'm just like, damn, give her a little bit of support, sir. But he's a weirdo anyway. Do I have to say allegedly if that's my opinion? No, I don't. He's a weirdo anyway, so there's that. All right, so then we have someone at their door, and her husband's like, "Who's at the door?" I'm like, "Ugh." But anyway, Kelly is at the door, and she comes with food for them. She comes with champagne, and she even had a lady come to administer them an IV. She said because those bitches drained her. So that was funny. And when Kelly came to the door, she's like, "Oh, you look so cute and I look terrible." Kelly said, "Oh, girl, it's okay. You always look terrible." And then she said, "What?" Yeah, I like Kelly. As of right now, I like Kelly. She's tiny, she's super loud, but I happen to think that a lot of small people are loud. I think I told y'all that before. All right, so they end up talking about, you know, the whole situation, and Kelly is just like, yeah, I can't believe she actually did that. Kelly made it seem like Kenya really yelled at her when she told her to stay out of it. And they did the flashback. She didn't. She was just like, stay out of it. She was stern, but she didn't yell. She's like, she went crazy. She's like, stay out of it. That is not what she did. However, let's talk about something and the fact that Kenya definitely did too much, you guys. She did. Hate the fact that she's gone, but she did do too much. However, Brit is not totally innocent. So her doing all this crying shit, I don't feel bad for her. I just don't. I'm sorry. I still don't like her. I don't feel bad for her. She was on Watch What Happens Live, and again, she was not owning up to shit. She was just like everything was about what Kenya made her do and what Kenya did, and yeah, she just wasn't owning it. And Andy was just like, listen, do you think that you came in, kind of gunning for her or and she's like, no, she had it out for me the whole time. And you could tell by the way that Andy was talking to her, he didn't feel that way either. Like he saw what we saw and it was like, what are you talking? He's like, so this is about the ring? Like you really felt like she was coming at you with the ring? He was lightweight asking her, is this something behind the scenes? Like is there something else that we didn't see, or is this really, really it? Because he didn't say it was all in her head, but he was looking at her like it was all in her head. Like, bitch, you look crazy. She said she did not have a gun. Oh, I would have never done anything. He's like, yeah, because an investigation was done. So basically, he's saying shit for us and for our knowledge so that we can know that they really did do an investigation because, so many people are upset that Kenya got fired and nothing happened with her. And no, you did not have a gun because you know that guns are not tolerated on set or whatever. She's like, I don't even have a gun. Then you're a liar and you be putting on. So nonetheless, we still just don't even like you. But I just feel like she's not gonna come back, you guys. The way he was looking at her was like the way he was looking at Monique that time. Like seriously. I don't know if y'all remember, but I knew when Monique was not coming back. And no, I totally believe Monique was fired. Um he asked her if she had any remorse or anything like that, and she was basically like no. And the way he looked at her was like, damn. And I said, oh, she's not coming back. And then she didn't come back. So I really, really believe she got fired. I don't think Brit is coming back because, again, in the whole conversation, she was blaming everything on Kenya. And I just don't believe it's going to fly. All right, next up, we're at Shamia's house, and we have Shamia, we have Kelly, Portia. Was Cynthia there? I think Cynthia was there, and Shamia's mom. So they were talking about what happened, and Portia's in the confessional saying if somebody would have done something like that to her, she would be done. She wouldn't talk to him anymore. And Kelly said the same thing. They all pretty much just reiterated what we already know, that it was too far. Okay, okay. And then Shamia's mom came in with, some words of wisdom. Shamia has food. She has a whole caterer there. Shamia is my kind of girl. Even though I think Shamia wild as shit, y'all. Like, all she want to do is, like, dance and drop it. She be dropping it low. And I'm like, girl, go ahead with your knees. But she is a fun girl. I'm not mad at Shamia. And I love her house. Like, they're about to go sit on the patio. And, oh, it's just chef's kiss. I love it. Oh, before we move, let's talk about how Angela Oakley, did I say she was there too? Yeah, she was there. Angela Oakley, so maybe it wasn't Cynthia. I can't remember. Y'all, Cynthia, I know a lot of people love Cynthia. Cynthia is so forgettable to me. Like, I just hate the fact that she's even back, that I'm looking at her. I'm sorry. I don't dislike her. I just nothing her. So, yeah. But Angela Oakley came in with her fan and she's like, yeah, and despite what these bird brains think, I am not perimenopause. And I'm like, girl, because you're old as shit. Like, you're done. You're done. You probably already been through the real thing. We're not talking about peri. What the fuck is you talking about? So I just Googled, and if I'm not mistaken, it said that she's like 64. So what is she talking about? Perimenopause. Girl, bye. Is she 64? She looks 64. I mean, she look good for 64, but you can't tell me that she's not young. She's not young. Okay, so they go on the patio, and again, big ups to the patio. So nice. The furniture is so nice. It's like an indoor let me shut up. I just be going on a tangent about different things, you guys, but I just love home decor, so bear with me. But so we're talking and Drew is there, and of course her and Portia's not talking. So Drew starts talking about her divorce and Portia's listening but not looking at her. You know how you do people that you're not speaking to, but you guys are in the same area. Like, I'm just not gonna look at you, I'm not gonna listen to you. It is what it is. Um so that's kind of what she was doing. So then what's her name? Portia starts talking about Simon and we don't give a shit. But she says that, Pilar asked about him and he had his red receipts on. She saw that it was red and it was just like, yeah, he didn't answer. So that really upset her. And she does not feel like they can get back together because I don't even feel right talking about this because I don't care so much. But apparently, he brought up her mom in one of the legal documents or whatever, and she feels like there's no way to come back from that. So we move. All right, next up we have Kelly with her daughter Chloe, her oldest daughter, and her oldest daughter's cute. I just don't like the blonde hair, and it's her real hair, so it looks kind of damaged or whatever. I just wish she would, go back to black, even though I don't know her, so I'm not really invested like that. But cute girl. And they're talking about, there's an article that came out with the ex-husband. She showed a picture of the ex-husband with the kids, except for his face was blurred, but we saw everything else. And everything else, I was like, Kelly, you had money? He wasn't the one with the money? What's happening here? But anyway, so I guess in the article he's saying how he wants to get custody of the four kids, or in the article they said four kids. So Chloe's like, they keep saying four kids. He doesn't want custody of me. He doesn't care for me. And that was very heartbreaking, you guys, especially once we find out that he has been in her life since she's 2. She was 2 years old when they got together. And now that you guys have gone through this divorce, you can't, reach out. Her mom is like, well, I would hope that that's not the case. And she's like, well, he's not talking to me. He hasn't, and it's, again, very, very sad. And also it's sad because then we learn that she doesn't really want to get married because she's like, I don't want to end up like you. And that's some serious shit for your kid to tell you. Even though she told her mom, no offense, but I don't. And I'm like, well, girl, these niggas will do it every time. So you might not want to get married for real. I'm just playing. She can get married. Love is beautiful. But yeah, her mom was letting her know that don't take this as a sign of anything. Like, love is out there. You can find love, and hopefully she does. I love love. Don't I sound like it? All right, something else we don't care about, Drew and Ralph. And Drew is trying to get the kids ready because she has to leave the house. Remember, she got to leave the house a few weekends out of the month. And this is her weekend to leave. So she's telling her daughter, let's go. Let me do your hair before I leave. And her daughter's like, I don't want to. She starts counting. Number one, we used to only count to 3. She gave her 5 and got way beyond 5. Like the daughter wasn't moving. She was like, 3, 4, 5. Really? I'm like, Drew, she don't honor you. She not getting up. She is not honoring you. And she had to call, oh, come on, best friend. Let's do it. Fuck that. I'm coming down these stairs and I'm going to get to you. You let me get to 3. Let me get to 3. Y'all listen, my baby, spoiled as all get out. But she knew when mommy was for real. When I get to 3, and the fact of the matter is, I probably wasn't gonna do nothing because that's my baby. But listen, when I start counting, I sound for real. But anyway, she's sitting down there eating with the kids, and he comes upstairs, and she's like, "Whoa, y'all just don't believe them and their whole storyline of not liking each other because as they're talking to each other, all they're doing is smiling like terrible actors." So yeah, they end up getting into an argument over the exterminator. Ralph says that he pays for everything. He pays all the bills, even though we don't know what he does. She could at least take care of $100 a month. And I really want to know where she goes. Did she tell us where she goes? Her and her sister. And her sister's like, should we pack a bathing suit? Her sister is just getting a kick out of this whole thing. Girl, go home. Go somewhere. But let me shut up because that's her sister, and I wouldn't be doing my sisters like that. I wouldn't be telling my sisters to go somewhere. So I just be talking, y'all. I just be talking. But yeah, we move on from this because we really don't care about Drew and Ralph. If it's real, if it's not real, we don't care. All right, next thing we got Shamia in the studio with RL. Baby, when we're grinding, I get so excited. Ooh, girl. Yeah, I don't care. So I'm gonna move on from this. You guys, I do like Shamia. I don't give a shit about her singing career. I heard her song is okay. I heard Drew's album is okay. I don't care. Drew comes in with them. I can't tell you what they talked about because I am fast forwarding. All right, we have Shamia and Portia playing golf, talking about those men again. We move. All right, so Kelly gives this little lemon party on the garden, and it's cute. We have Brit came, Drew came, Portia called. She wasn't feeling well, and she was sick. And before they got off the phone, Kelly's telling her, "I'm here if you need me. Take everything except somebody else's man." Fun shade, cute, fun shade. And yeah, Portia didn't get mad. She was like, "Oh, you being shady today." They laughed. It was done. So the other ladies came. Shamia's there. Brit came. So they're talking about what happened. Shamia asked Brit how she's doing. And Brit is just like, "Oh, I'm dealing with it." Kelly says a whole bunch of something and nothing, but she, kind of sums it up with, and all the ladies already talked to Kenya and kind of got her side and how she feels. And so Brit is like, "Oh, all y'all talked to Kenya and got her side and how she feels about the situation?" And they're all like, "Yeah." And we see in the confessional that she's pissed off about that because she's like, she's the one that did it to me. Why is everybody talking to her? So apparently she's feeling that she is not supported in the group. Girl, they don't like you. It's fine. They act like they like you right now, but eventually we know these girls are not going to like her. She's not likable. Sorry, she's just not. So she ends up getting an attitude and just like, I'm going through so much. So as she's saying everything that she's going through, she said that she lost her insurance license or whatever. And Angela's like, "Based off of what?" And she's like, "What do you mean based off of what? Where have you been? You don't know what's going on?" And Angela's like, "Whoa, slow down." And so they're kind of bickering back and forth or whatever. And she's saying, Angela's saying, "You don't take accountability for anything." She's like, "I'm going through a lot." And Angela's like, "Yeah, but you don't take accountability for why we're here." And basically what she's saying without saying is, you did the dumb shit first with the whole gun thing or whatever. And she's like, Brit is like, "Well, Kenya's not here." And just like, "Yeah, and why isn't she here? Why isn't she here?" And so again, in the confessional, we have Brit like, they have her bag, but they don't have my bag. So as they're arguing and Angela is bringing up Kenya, Brit just keeps saying, "Read the room, read the room." And then she's like, "Read the fucking room." And they're literally right in each other's faces. So everybody's like, "Whoa, hold on, hold on." And I'm like, yeah. And that's how we got here. This bitch is a little crazy. She's a little crazy. I'm sorry. I don't think I explained that Angela was asking that question because she, too, of course, she's in real estate. So she knows how it works. So she's like, "No, they're not just going to come and take away your license or whatever." She's like, "I have one too." So then as they calm down and uh, Kelly has, what's her name? Angela comes sit next to her. Y'all, Angela ready to go. She hot anyway. Her with this fan and she talking about polyester and this dress and everything. She's ready to go. So she could have left. And she even said that too. "Me and polyester can leave." I said, "Oh, this girl's ready to go." I'm not mad because I'm not trying to sit out and be hot either. But so Shamia ends up asking Brit about the license, and she says exactly what Angela was saying, that yeah, they're investigating, they haven't come back with anything, it's not like they just take it away. So we're trying to have a peaceful day. They end up ending with doing a line dance. Beautiful. That's it. Okay, before we dance, Britt is still in a mood and she is getting into it with Angela once again. And Angela's like, girl. And she's like, do you want to twirl out? And Angela says, do you want me to leave? I said, because she ready to go. She will leave. She asked Kelly, do you want me to leave? She telling me to leave. You want me to leave? I said, girl, just leave. You want to leave. But Drew is like, twirl out. She's like, girl, Kenya is here. Basically saying, Kenya is just on your mind. What are you talking about, twirl out? She's not even Kenya. And you guys, I don't care. This lady is obsessed with Kenya. She is obsessed with Kenya. And so her and Drew ends up getting into it a little bit where she's like, Drew is like, oh, you're funny. You make me laugh. Well, maybe I should be a comedian, huh? You think I'm funny? You think I'm funny? Well, Kenya's not here. And then Drew calms it down and she's like, well, yeah, I do think that she went a little bit too far. But yeah, Brit, out of pocket. I feel like they need to jump her ass. Just kidding. She don't need to be jumped, but she does need somebody to put her in her place because she's ridiculous. So yeah, now we ended with them doing a line dance, which okay, great. And we're done. So, were you guys entertained by this? This was a bunch of nothing, really. And it's crazy because they got Kenya out of here. Like she's done. She's gone. They didn't even see her. We don't see her and what she thinks about anything except she's starting a YouTube channel. So we do get to hear what she thinks about things. So there's that. I still say I just wish Kenya would have for real played her dust like she said she was gonna do, and that would have killed Brit because Brit really had a thing for Kenya and she wanted to be liked by Kenya. She wanted to be friends with Kenya. You can't tell me any different. So if she would have just ignored the shit out of her like she did when she was trying to hand her those flowers, just ignore her until they're able to talk about it and maybe come to a decent spot as opposed to what she did. It still would have killed her. It would have killed that girl. But anyway, you are the real MVP if you are still here. Thank you very much. Please consider subscribing once again. Just hit the button. It is completely and totally free of charge. We are trying to make it to 1,000, y'all. Like the video, comment, and let's talk about it. What do you guys think about Brit? Do you like her now? Like, is she still someone that you would like to see on the show? Yeah, I'm done with her. All right, I will see you guys in the next video. Smooches.